Hey guys, so in this week's video I'm going to be covering my collection of art books, and what you consider to be an art book can vary from person to person. For me, these are books that are for the most part not instructional how-to books, but rather books that go behind the scenes of a movie, a TV show, a video game, that kind of thing, or it just contains art for inspirational purposes. So I'm going to go over my collection of art books. So the first one here is The Illusion of Life, which is considered the Bible of animation. I went to school for 3D animation, and this was one of the required books for my 2D animation classes. And so this book, let's kind of flip through it here. I'm not going to do an in-depth review on all these. It's mostly just a quick flip through. So this book has a lot of text in it, but at the same time it's not really instructional, but it does go behind the scenes and show you how they did different things at the Disney studio before. This is on the older movies, so not all the movies that were out in the 90s, but the older stuff. And it's really cool to see how things came about with the earliest productions at Disney. And it also goes over the 12 principles of animation, which is huge if you want to animate anything. So yeah, I think that's all I really have to say about it. Just doing quick flip throughs. Hopefully this is sufficient, but I don't want this video to be forever long, so I have to make this kind of quick because I have a lot of books to go through. These pages are pretty cool because it's showing you different frames in the animation, and it's really cool to look through it and picture the motion and see what's changing from pose to pose. So yeah, that is The Illusion of Life. Pretty much every animator owns this, I think. So yes, very nice book. Oh, and let's show the inside cover because it's fabric and it has this gold design. Pinocchio. Yeah. Very beautiful. So this book's one of my babies. And next up, I'm going to try to do this without pausing in between books. See if we can do this all in one take. The Legend of Zelda, Hyrule Historia. This book I got on Amazon, and that's the back. And it just goes over the different Zelda games and designs for different characters throughout the games, designs for sets, for weapons, that kind of thing, and just going over their process of how they did it. That's what most of these books are, just kind of a behind the scenes look. So it's easiest to flip through it when you start at the back, but it's kind of backwards, obviously. So the back has these comics, some are in color, black and white. Ooh, yeah, this page is cool. Changes in character design for Link. There's a lot of that kind of stuff in here. So again, just a quick flip through of different things that are in this book. What I love about art books is that when you're having art block or you just don't know what to draw, you can flip one open and get ideas. So that's why I love art books, and they're just beautiful. And I don't like having ebooks. I need printed books. I need to have a book in my hand to flip through. To me, that's the best. It takes up a lot of space, but it's worth it in my opinion. So yes, that is a look at the Hyrule Historia book. Oh, this watercolor look, I love it. It was for the Skyward Sword art. All this, beauteous. Okay, moving on to the next book. The next books are from the Avatar series. Okay, fine, I'll just toss that there. First one is from Avatar: The Last Airbender, and this covers the entire series, all 3 books or seasons. Signed by Dante Basco. I forgot about this, but he got the quote wrong when he wrote it. He says, "Why am I so good at being bad?" But the actual quote's, "Why am I so bad at being good?" Oh well. So yes, and it's broken down into episodes. So, oh, this is really interesting. The early development. Naga, anyone? Okay, let's make this quick. Bales. Curly horn bison. Okay. Let's do a quick flip through. So yeah, Sozin's Comet, because it goes by episodes and it says in the corner which episode it is, and it'll just go over if the gang has a new outfit or different characters that they meet in that episode. A lot of scenery and backdrops and things, which is always really cool. character turnarounds, expression sheets, there's storyboards. I love the Avatar art books. I think these are my favorite art books out of all the ones I own because of the way they're laid out, just because there's such a variety with the storyboards and the way the pages are laid out. I feel like it has a really good balance of text to pictures and a good variety of types of art that they include. So that's pretty cool. And usually at the back they have just other art that was never directly in this series, but just promotional art or things the staff drew. So those are always fun to look at. So that is from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Then there's The Legend of Korra. And for The Legend of Korra, they broke it down where they did a separate book for each book or season. So I have the first 3 books, and then the book for book 4 is not out yet. I think it comes out in September of this year, so I'm looking forward to that. So sorry for the glare. There's the front, here's the back. So book 1, Errs. Oh, I have a page saved. I think that's from when I was doing my Korra picture. So, oh, beautiful, beautiful. Do another flip through. Again, that promotional kind of art at the back. These books are all going to be similar, just from different seasons, so I'm trying to make this quick. Just give you an idea of what the pages are like. So that was book 1. Book 2. This one has a lot of spirit world art, which is quite beautiful. Even though this was my least favorite season, I mean, nothing against it, it's just the one I liked the least. But beautiful art. So inspirational, my goodness. Just making this video makes me want to draw badly. And finally, we have book 3. Again, very similar, just different art altogether. I'm trying to minimize glare, but it's kind of impossible. Unless, I guess if I hold them up like this, it's a bit harder for me to hold, but you can see it a little better. All right, now moving on to my next set of books. These ones are a bit different. So these are the Comikers art books. I don't know if you've heard of them. I got these in just normal bookstores. So the first one's called Tools and Techniques for Drawing Amazing Manga. The next one's called Create Amazing Manga Characters. And this one's Write Amazing Manga Stories. So this one goes over the tools, obviously. So it's a bit instructional, but this book does not have much step-by-step, I don't think. The second book does. Goes over some different tools, Copic markers, that kind of thing. I really like these first pages, seeing all the different tools. And this one has a step-by-step at the beginning with the Copics, but I think, oh yeah, there's a few tutorials with the traditional artists, but once it switches to digital, it changes. So it features different artists throughout the book, and each artist has their own section and interview. And then at the very back, there's usually art from viewers and readers. Well, I don't know about viewers, but they come from somewhere. So that's pretty neat. And then there's usually some comic book pages at the very back. Pretty neat stuff. So that's fun to flip through for inspiration. This one focuses more on creating characters. When I said the second one had tutorials, I think I was thinking of the first one, how it has tutorials at the front. But for the most part, it's just interviews and looking at pretty art. So, yeah. And then the last one is about writing the stories, coming up with your stories, at least at the beginning. So, you can see covers what's your character's motivation, what's the setting, what's their goal, goes over stories. yeah, some pretty cool stuff. I like looking through these ones. So that is it for the Comickers art books. Oh man, we're like 10 minutes into this video already. I have a lot of books to go through. This is gonna be kind of long. This book here was sent to me from one of my viewers, Alyssa. It's called Lovely Ladies of Animation, and it covers the art of those artists there. Do a quick flip through. This one is gorgeous. I just got this one a couple weeks ago. Oh, that's my letter. I was looking for that letter. I was like, where did I put her letter? Where did I put it? There it is. It's in the book. It's a good place to keep it. So, do a quick flip through of this book. Each artist gives their own, like each section is written by the artist that feature, like the artists in which, the artists in the section in which they are featured. I don't even know if this is making sense. It's 5 o'clock in the morning, just bear with me. Stubs. Cute doggies. So pretty. Glenn Keane just chilling at the front. You're not a lady. What are you doing in this Ladies of Animation book, Glenn? Okay, next book, a little similar. Look at the layouts, similar on the cover. The Art of Disney Golden Books, and this was a gift from my friend Jacob. I think it's for Christmas. I'm trying to think if it was my birthday. I'm pretty sure it was Christmas. And so it's pretty self-explanatory. The Art of the Disney Golden Books. I don't own any of these anymore, but I did as a kid. So, obviously not the newer ones. I didn't even know that they still made these books and that they do all the more recent movies too. So, that's pretty neat. And, just very, I love this for the illustrative style. If you were to illustrate a children's book or something, this could be very inspirational, give you a lot of ideas. Oh no, my camera battery's flashing. I wanted to do this video in one take. Curses. Oh well, it'll be close enough to one take. This book is a little squeaky. Yes, that is that. Next, the next 3 books I'm going to cover are from Miyazaki movies. The Art of Miyazaki's Spirited Away. And we have Howl's Moving Castle and Kiki's Delivery Service. And these are pretty hefty books. They don't actually have that many pages. It's still a lot, but the pages are quite thick. I think before I continue on, I'm going to change my camera's battery just so it doesn't cut me off at an inconvenient point. All right, let's start with Spirited Away. What I like about the back is that there's a full transcript for the movie, and I love reading through this because I've seen this movie so many times. I love reading through this and saying it exactly how the English dub is said. It's so cool. Although I've found some inconsistencies. It's like, oh, that's not the exact word they say. They actually use this word. So it's not 100% accurate, but close enough. So if people don't like that, it unfortunately takes up a good chunk of the book, but oh well. Oh, little storyboards for the soot. Suzu Watari. This is why I call them that. I don't even call them soot balls. I call them this because that's what this book says. That's how I found out. And so I have the little buttons and I've always called them that. I do sometimes say soot balls if I'm speaking to a person, but to myself I always say that, I guess. I don't know why. Whatever. Oh, this was the first Miyazaki movie I ever saw. It just came out on DVD here again. Oh my god, just a couple days ago. I need to buy it. I need to buy it. I need to buy it. My sister owns it. And so that's the DVD I used to have. Like, it was hers, but the family had it. And now I need to get my own copy. So beautiful. Again, a good balance of text and pictures. So glossy too. Whoa. I love these rough ones. They are so interesting to me. Because obviously if I just wanted to see movie stills, I would watch the movie and pause it or something. Very nice. Next is Howl's Moving Castle. I actually haven't completely read through all these art books. It's a lot to read through. Some of them I have, other ones I've just flipped through and read certain parts of it. It's kind of good though because I always have something to read then if I'm have some downtime and or I just want some inspiration. So great. Movie spoilers! No. Oh, so pretty. Alright, that is Howl's Moving Castle. Moving on to Kiki's Delivery Service. Woo, very pink. I just watched this movie last week. Not for the first time, but just watched it again while I was working. Wait, other terminology, what was that? Oh, like basic film terminology. A lot of screenshots here, but that's okay, I guess. I still want the screenshots, obviously. That's a whole part of it, is what the final image ended up looking like. Squeaky. Lovely. So that is that. And those are the only 3 Miyazaki / Ghibli ones that I own. Next, ow, book just fell on my toe. Actually didn't hurt that bad because I had good reflexes. Okay, this one is not from animation or illustrative projects. It's from a live action movie, obviously. The Art of Marvel, the Avengers. This one's actually in a box. And then inside the box is the book. But it's weird because the box is the cover. It's kind of like having a dust jacket, except it's a box, which is really weird. Let's actually just set that aside for now. Timeline. Okay, so this is obviously from the first Avengers movie. It's really cool because even though it's live action, they still have to do a lot of concept art for it. A lot of movies are that way, even if it's not a movie that, you know, there's maybe not elaborate costumes or anything, but you still always need concept art and planning. This is making a lot of noise. It's that paper. There we go. So cool. Usually I'm not into this kind of stuff, especially sort of techie concept art and gadgets and cars and things. But there's not that much of that in here, thankfully. I'm also not into like robots and mechs usually, but I quite enjoy the Avengers movies, so I like this. This one also has really nice paper. Very nice. Very nice. I just kind of wrinkled it. What have I done? So that is the Avengers art book. Oh, I can't get it back in. Hurry, Bales. Whatever, I'll just leave it. Next. I'm sorry. Beauty and the Beast. And I love this because Beauty and the Beast is my favorite Disney movie. So, the rose. Flip through this. Again, goes over the origin of the story, goes over different things they did, like how this room was actually done in 3D, and then they did 2D on top of it, that kind of stuff. All the behind the scenes things and stuff about some of the animators. This is what I like, is you see the faces of the people who worked on it. I love that about this book. It's so cool. Voice actors. And then the original cells. Well, not like finished cells, but on regular paper, not on the clear stuff. I can't even, my brain's not working. It's like, what time is it even? 5:24 a.m. Cool. Whoa. That is powerful. Of course, True Love's Kiss is powerful. Duh. Duh. Anyway, that is the Beauty and the Beast book. Next, How to Train Your Dragon 2. I don't own the first one. I did buy it, but I bought it for my sister. So, yeah, let's look through this baby. And that's what the back looks like. I forget to show the backs of a lot of the books, but oh well. Yes, textures up close. Okay, moving on. So cool. Concept art is just so cool. Seeing the different designs, seeing their thought process in a way of how the characters came to be. And these art books contain only a small fraction of the art that actually went into creating these movies. It's insane how much they could make. The book would be so huge. So that is How to Train a Dragon 2. Polar bear with a baby. Okay, done. We have 2 books left and this video's done. So next is The Art of Tangled. I love the sketches on the interior cover and the back cover, yeah. Of course, a lot of Glen Keane sketches in here. Claire Keane, all that stuff. The storyboards are really fun to go through, especially when you have the scene memorized, and so you can just go through it in your head and say the words and see what they did. What I like is how they'll sometimes say things they thought they were going to do or directions the story was going to take, and then they changed it and decided to do something else with the story. I think those are the interesting parts, is what the movie could have been, what the characters could have looked like. It's pretty neat. Like anything like a prop needs to be designed. Every little thing has to be designed. Love this one. This picture. By Claire Keane, the goddess of art. Yep. Inspirations are right here. This goes over shapes. It's Cinderella in a Tangled book, but it goes over shapes, and Pinocchio too. I find all that stuff so interesting, just how much thought goes into everything. And again, it's only a tiny glimpse. So, yeah. That is Tangled, and the last one is Frozen. So, here we go. Whoa. Different colors. Okay. I love how the background's black on all the pages. It's so slick. Not on every page, but it's kind of the theme. You've probably seen a lot of this stuff online, because I know I have. Trolls, Sven, Kristoff. Today I saw this gif of Kristoff playing hockey, and I was like, how did I not see this before? It was a promotional video, you know, those quick promotional pieces they do, but I'd never seen it before. Maybe it was just never officially released. I don't know. But I was pretty excited because, you know, I'm Canadian, I like hockey, so it's kind of hot. Anyway. Yep. That is the, I almost said Tangled, Frozen book. And that's my collection of art books. Just kidding, I had some books on the floor that I forgot were on the floor that we need to go over real quick. Okay, The Skilful Huntsman. This is a concept art book, and it was a recommended textbook for one of my classes because I took a character concept class. And this was the textbook in a way, more just to kind of get an idea of how to do the assignments, you know, how to do your little thumbnail sketches, how to do your silhouettes, all that kind of thing. So basically a group of people decided to make this concept art book for a story that they weren't actually going to go through with making a movie or anything like that out of this. They just wanted to do the visual development for like this story, I guess, without actually going through and making it, just for practice and fun and stuff like that. And so this is really fun to flip through. Just see all the different designs for weird creatures, weird vehicles, that kind of thing. Environments. These guys are cool with the spindly legs. So yeah, that is the Skilful Huntsman. Next is this book, Perennials, The Art of Lamin. I don't know how to say it, but I randomly stumbled across this guy's booth at Fan Expo 2014, and I was on the prowl for art books, and so I saw his and I had to get it. So beautiful art right there on the cover, first of all. And I love this because he has finished pictures, and then he also has sketches in here, but they're very clean and shaded sketches, which is really cool. I love the way the sketches look at this. So just do a quick flip through. He also has a bit of a step-by-step for some of the pieces in here. Love this. The colors are amazing and the scales. So this was a cool find that I randomly stumbled across. You might be able to find him online if you search up his name. So, cool stuff. I quite like it. Next two are manga ones. I guess they were sitting in the corner so you could already see them. Spoilers! Spoilers! Vampire Knight. I used to be so into Vampire Knight. Oh, it's upside down. I used to be so into Vampire Knight years ago. I mean, I still like it. I haven't finished the books though. I don't have all of them, but I have most of them. So, yes, let's flip through this. Just real quick, what I love about these is they're mainly done in Copics. So I look at this and I say, if she can do it with Copics, I can do it with Copics. I need pretty big paper though to get this kind of detail, but this is beautiful. I want to do my own art book, so this is really inspirational. And this is probably, if I do an art book, this is what it'll look like, is just pictures, and then there might be descriptions at the back, similar to this. It shows a little thumbnail and says the page number, and then gives a little description of the artwork. So I think that's the type of format I would like to go with, at least for the main body of the book. So, yeah, cool Vampire Knight artwork. Me likey. And last but not least, actually, it probably is my least favorite out of all of them. Well, actually, no, I do quite like this book. The Gentleman's Alliance. I've never read this. I don't know if it's an anime. I don't think it is. I don't know. I haven't read it though, but I saw it in chapters, and I was quite the weeb back then, and so I was like, I need this. But I do like the art because, again, it's traditional. I think this artist uses inks a lot. Maybe Copics. I think she uses inks. I don't know. I can't remember. But I really like just the way she adds detail to her pieces with patterned backgrounds or little props in the backgrounds. It's just fun to look through it that way. I'm not really into this style of like mega huge eyes, super shoujo. I was back then though. I love the color schemes in some of these. Just, oh, that's pretty nice. So, it's fun to flip through these once in a while and just get inspired to whip out my Copics and draw in color. Okay, so now we're at the final book. So, sorry this video is super long, but a lot of books to go through. And my collection probably pales in comparison to some people's collections. So I hope you guys liked this video. I hope it was somewhat inspirational, or maybe it's gonna inspire you to pick up art books. I don't know, because that's what I do. If I have art block, I look at my art books, I look at other people's art videos, or look up other people's art on DeviantArt. That's what I do to get inspired to draw, is look at other people's art, and then by seeing their art, you'll come up with ideas of your own. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. it's taking forever to cut through the festival, so we eventually just veered off to a side path. Because Christian said it was a block and a half from the SkyTrain station. It was actually like 10 blocks because you zoomed out on Google Maps, so it looked like 1 block. Anyway, it's nice. We're a little bit late now, but it's fun to see the festival.
Before you're in danger pose.
Okay, so we're back now. The roast was super funny and super appropriate, or inappropriate I mean to say.